Hello and welcome back to Exanima. So, another update has happened, 654. I'm just having a look at the changelog here. Let's see. This update features a large number of improvements, largely based on recent feedback and to balance recent changes. We've also finalised some features that have been incomplete for some time. Changes from 653 to 654 are: increased parrying speed, increased impact mitigation for many armour types, item quality now affects trade values, exceptional items now come in all colours and variants, reintroduced superior soft leather goods, correct lacquered materials for all quality levels, match prizes substantially increased, that's good, added dynamic brightness adjustment for darker arenas and weather, reduced output lag and improved visual accuracy of simulation results. Brackets, this was already good, but it's now even better. Improved cursor tracking accuracy during rapid player movement, fixed weapon masses being calculated incorrectly and inconsistently. Improved two-handed sword overhead attacks, that's good. Added many new items to early story content, redesigned many early story encounters, new undead voices, fixed torch easily getting caught in the environment, fixed cloth collisions not working, added a warning when entering manager in a match, added colour coding to fighter names in match view, many fixes, tweaks and performance improvements. Pretty good. Sounds like a decent update. Sounds like the combat stuff is going to be mostly prevalent in Arena, but I'm interested in the early story overhaul, so we're going to do a new story, I guess. At least in this episode we'll start a new one. I did re-unlock the Proctor class as well. You can do that by, spoilers, killing a Proctor and examining the Proctor's seal and reading the description of it. That unlocks the Proctor class as a character class for story mode. However, we are going to go for unknown this time. And let's see, a random person. Let's have him a bit darker. Bit more muscly, with some white hair and a deep voice. That'll do. Shirt, shoes, cover yourself up. What have we got? Fend. Fend is good. Global experience is building since I lost my save data, so we will be able to build stronger characters fairly soon. Apologies that it's taken a few days to get this out, by the way. I appreciate that not only has the patch been out for a few days already, but it's been best part of a week since my previous episode. My real life is quite complicated at the moment. I'm in the process of changing jobs. I'm moving around in between two houses. It's not great for recording video games. But we are now... Oh, and I'm also quite obsessed with Nioh at the moment, so I'm not really playing much on the PC in my spare time. But for now, we should be able to record a couple of things, and I'm trying to kind of focus my attentions into finishing up some ongoing series as well. I just went down to London to play Thimbleweed Park, Ron Gilbert's new game. I met Ron while I was there. It was really nice to meet him. It's like a big sort of big hero of mine, so that was a really great experience. He was a very sweet guy, and his game is great. So I'm going to try and be sort of finishing up the point and click stuff on the channel. There's no firm date set for that yet, but it should be within a month or two, I would say, that's going to be releasing. I'm going to be playing it directly on release, so we will try and finish up Broken Age, see if I can get the Curse of Monkey Island in before Thimbleweed Park comes out. That's going to require some intense recording, so we'll see kind of how we get on with that, but nonetheless, I really appreciate everyone's feedback on these videos. People have been dropping some very useful tips and bits of advice for me, correcting my mistakes and stuff. Really appreciate that stuff. Keep it coming. That's fucking handsaw, man. That metal stake, I don't remember it being in the starting room. That might be one of the new early game items. Maybe I'm just wrong and that was always there and I'm just not very observant, because I am not very observant. Someone did tell me that there was a machete somewhere in this room as well. Unless it's like under one of these. Is it? Shame you can't equip these logs. No, I'm just going to have a quick look around here. But yeah, people have been providing some very useful advice about where I'm going wrong with this stuff. Ah, there it is. Not even slightly difficult to find. So we'll give this a try. It's probably going to be better than that piece of wood with nails sticking out of it. So what else was there? Yeah, I'm playing Nioh at the moment. That's really fun. I sort of got into that from the alpha and beta. I was interested in it for a number of years because it's been in development for like 10 years, but it was always kind of something I'd heard about. I'm not a huge, enormous fan of Team Ninja games. I don't really play them very much, but that one looked really interesting to me because of the sort of historical fan fiction element of it. It stars real people, but in a sort of fantastical story. People who basically the main character, William Adams, and the main sort of antagonist, Edward Kelly, are real people. Not that they ever met or came into contact with one another at all. But it's interesting stuff, and the actual gameplay is really good. It's a very strong sort of game. It's like everyone's kind of comparing it to Dark Souls, which I think is fair to an extent, but really it's more to me like Onimusha or Ninja Gaiden, or almost a bit like Tenchu, those kind of old Edo Japan games from the sort of PlayStation 1 era, PlayStation 2 era, which I love. The Tenchu games, some of them at least, were developed by From Software, who did obviously go on to make Dark Souls and became very famous for that. So there are kind of certain linkages, but really certain gameplay kind of oh, hello. Certain gameplay mechanics are lifted straight from the Souls series, which are obviously things that they've added in recent years, because the game's was first announced in like 2005, and it's kind of been in sort of a bit like in development hell since then. But what's this? A cloth waistcoat. Worn cloth waistcoat. So 2.5 and half slash. Oh yeah, that's better, isn't it? We'll take that piece. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so I mean, you have things like dropping your experience points on your corpse when you die and then having to sort of reclaim them. You have things like kind of praying at a shrine, which is their equivalent of bonfires, which sort of resets all the enemies and allows you to level up and allows you to drop items down, which summon co-op partners to fight the bosses and that kind of thing. Those kind of things, people are just saying it's straight up a rip-off of Souls. I can kind of level with that. I think that's a fair critique. However, the actual sort of combat mechanics and things are where the game really shines. It's really sort of a very fast, very intense, strategic, like combo based. The way that stamina works is different. You can kind of instead of stamina, you have ki, and you can pulse your ki to sort of regenerate it quicker and things. It's a really solid game, and apart from the fact that it's a PS4 exclusive and the technical side of it is kind of messed up, that didn't really stop Dark Souls being great before that came to PC and was fixed by TSFix. It is possibly the only PlayStation 4 game where you can actually alter the graphics settings, so you can lower the resolution and have it run at steady 60 FPS, which for a game that fast is vital. However, it does leave it rendered in 720p, and the graphics are kind of really not very up to date. It looks a bit like PlayStation 3 sort of game, but nonetheless, that is not as important to me, nearly as important to me as the actual gameplay itself, which is really solid and just tremendous fun. It's got great atmosphere, really difficult boss battles. I'm loving it. I'm about 4 or 5 missions in, having a great time. Wasn't planning to play it on the channel. I may do in the future, but that's going to be a long time in the future if I do. Oh, sandals. Relatively new item. Velvet tunic. Pop that on. Light cloth. What's this? 4.5 half slash. 1.5 half slash. We'll take those because they will be slightly less encumbrant on us. But yeah, I don't know why I've spent so long giving my impressions of Nioh in a video of Exanima. I have noticed a couple of small sort of changes and improvements in this general pattern of level 1 so far. Nothing particularly worth... Brilliant. Nothing particularly worth shouting about yet, but the certain enemy encounters seem to be a little more... a little better thought out. Obviously there's still going to be this guy who always ambushes you in this dark corridor. There's a couple of them. One of them carries the key, of course. For some reason, my eyes just kind of tripped out, and I thought that I had like the red, glowing, "you are nearly dead" reticule thing going on, but apparently not. I tell you what, we will take his two-handed axe because we don't actually have a decent secondary load, and it's much better than the two-handed piece of wood, which was the only one we had before, so we'll take that piece. And I appreciate that I could be far more thorough with this. Like, I could search every room for new items and things, although I am seeing some of the new items here, like the sandals, the new waistcoats, certain not of the original weapon sets, but an update to the content in story mode, however small, is welcome, because the combat, the arena is basically the really good way for them to test all of the combat improvements. And at first, I was kind of getting to thinking, stop improving the combat and tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it, because that's just going to go on forever. Get the content of the game finished and then improve the sort of experience of the gameplay. But now my opinion of that is completely the other way round. In the past 12 months, the combat has improved so significantly and dramatically that it's now actually feels like a completely different game to play, and is basically twice as good for the combat being twice as good. What's this book say? A list of people assigned guard duty here. The same names are repeated, signed and stamped over and over again. Occasionally a name disappears suddenly and is replaced by another. No reason for this is noted. Interesting, because they all turned into undead zombie people. Prison cells. Not much to take in there. Not a sausage. Pull the lever. But yes, so having a big sort of point and click renaissance as well this week because of the whole Thimbleweed Park hype, which I was in on. Real, like, sort of childhood bucket list thing ticked off for me this week, meeting Ron Gilbert, the creator of Maniac Mansion and Monkey Island. As any of you guys who watch my channel will know, Monkey Island is like, I'm a big obsessive of Monkey Island, so it's really, really an honour to meet the man himself, and he was so sweet. I tried to keep the kind of hero worshipping down to a minimum and just have a normal chat with him, and he's a very, very lovely bloke, and it was great to meet him and have a chat. And I have a Polaroid just in front of my computer monitor here. I have a little Polaroid photo of me and him together, which is sitting, taking pride of place alongside my Spelunky figurines, my Nintendo amiibos, my little Corvo figurine which someone got me for Christmas, and my Mega Man posable plastic model kit. So I am really, really excited. I played through the Thimbleweed Park demo at this event. Played through it like twice through. It's a pretty long demo, and I thought it was tremendous. Really, really funny, full of cameos. Just in the demo, it had characters from Maniac Mansion, Zack McCracken, and Monkey Island. Just in the demo, like in the background, you could see Guybrush. It was great. Guybrush rendered in a Maniac Mansion style was really cool. Good to see that. Shit. You absolute. Well, that didn't go very well, did it? Nonetheless, I'm not particularly heavy cloth shirts. I'll take that. Cloth trousers, tunic, leather shoes. I guess probably. Worn leather. They're the same, but they look cooler, so we'll give him those ones back, just in case we get leg plates, and swap them out for leather shoes and leg plates. But we'll stick with the knee boots for now. I like the sort of Battle of Waterloo cavalry boots. Ah, shit. Forgot about this guy with a two-hander. If we can get this guy down, I want to try... Oh, shit! I want to try the new, two-handed overheads. Do you guys want to fight it out in there? That would be quite good. No, that's not going to work. Shit. Never turn your back on a man with a two-handed claymore. No, no, no. Bad idea. Hehe. You got dunked. Oh, he's still alive. Ah, but he's running away. Good times. Can deal with that. Alright. Get fucked. Take your sword on secondary. Have you any armour? Thick cloth waistcoat. What's that doing? 3 and 1. No, we'll stick with what we have, I think. Leather boots, impact / pierce. We have the same, but they're a better colour. Crude layered cloth leggings. I don't need those. I'm trying not to like carry every single item around with me. Gombason we can equip. Okay, cool. We are now getting more encumbered with the different layers of clothing that we have. However, the next skill I will take, if I can take one, is... Oh, can I take another one? Maneuvering in armour? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Move more swiftly under the weight of your armour. So that's a really useful one when you start to wear thicker and thicker and more layers of clothing. It's a very good one to have. There's usually a fella in here, but I think he's the guy who came in and then fled. I've already read this, but we'll read it again because it's lore related. Heyman has obviously cast aside our agreement. He is sending far too many down here, and I've lost all contact with him. What is he trying to do? One of these wretches confessed that he was told to seek treasure. Someone will notice all these missing people. And what if one finds me while I sleep? I no longer feel safe here. I have locked the doors, but I should venture further and look for something more secure. Lock the door, turn out the light. No one's coming home tonight. I love Tool and I love Led Zeppelin, right? And I love No Quarter by Led Zeppelin, which was covered by Tool. And I keep like not being able to decide whether or not I prefer the Led Zeppelin or the Tool version. I think overall, like I preferred the Led Zeppelin version more, the original, like the one from Houses of the Holy. But at the moment, I'm on a big Tool tip as well, and I was listening to that song this morning when I woke up, really loud, and it was glorious. Are you going to attack me? Don't kill me. He's got a bedpan. The bedpan, for some reason, is like quite an actually pretty ruthless weapon. Let's see if there's going to be enough light for me to try this. So I think... Are you going to attack me? Avoid eye contact. Huh. Okay, we need to be going up there. Oh dear. Okay. Yes, that's good. Oh dear, that's not good. That's really not good. Yes. Oh dear. Right, now he's dead. And I fell over. Did he like knock me down when he died? That's good. I like it. Thick leather gauntlets. You stand firm, my friend. Superior leather gauntlets. Thick sandals. Fine sandals. Coverage slash. Coverage. They are better. We will keep those sandals. Not that we're probably ever going to wear sandals. I do want to make an arena character who's like a gladiator. You know, like largely naked but with sandals and like a helmet and a sword and shield. I think that will be good fun. Don't kill me. Is this the corridor with the lecture halls? That's a good landmark for me. No, it's not. Is that this way? I completely got lost again. As I am wont to do in this game, I really need to pick up the compass as well. There is a compass in this game which actually like works in your inventory. So as you... There we go, that's where it is. So as you turn your character around, the compass turns and always obviously points north. It's really like great addition. Ah. So I love single use mechanics in games, like the way that works, the way that they've sort of coded in an animated item in the inventory just for the sake of immersion. I really like that sort of thing a lot. Hey buds. Hey bros. My name's PewDiePie. I was in my local shop the other day, right, buying some food. And there were these little boys in there who were like messing about. And this little boy, they were probably like 10. Oh, God! Clusterfucked. That was not good. So yeah, these little boys, they were like 10 years old or something. And one of them was just making this super annoying noise, like saying this weird screeching thing over and over again, and I couldn't work out what he was saying, and I was just like thinking to myself, shut the fuck up, right? Normally I love children, so let me think I'm some sort of like awful old cunt who's like, you know, hating on children having fun. It's not like that at all. Ooh, that's good, we'll have that. But these kids were like, I'm going to use this. This kid like was just doing this stupid thing over and over with his voice, and he was like going, It was some stupid screeching noise, and the other kid was loving it, and I was just like, I don't know, I had a long day at work, and I was just like, fuck, shut the fuck up, you little prick. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. Anyway, I was going around the shop, and then when I was going to pay for my stuff, I realised he was saying the PewDiePie thing, you know, like, PewDiePie, or whatever it is that he said. Like, you know, I actually quite like PewDiePie, so I'm not sort of trying to be reductive to him, because I think he's a clever bloke and dead funny, but it's a well-known shitting hell. It's a well-known fact that kids love PewDiePie, and this was like some stereotype situation where this kid was just entertaining his mate by doing the PewDiePie catchphrase over and over again. I thought it was okay. Is this like new encounters? Why these guys like ganging up in pairs and stuff now is quite strange, but I like it. Unless this is all just sort of the radiant systems of the game and this is kind of all random. Anyway. Like I say, I don't really know how attached I am to this character at this point, so I don't know if I'm going to try to go all the way through with this. I need to make a decent, like, Proctor or Knight type of character. I don't know how you unlock the Knight yet, but to be able to, like, take on Sir and the Golems, to show you guys in some video, because I'm so bad at them that all I've done so far is die horribly to those guys. Impact, slash, and pierce. Impact, slash, oh yeah, they're better. That's not better. Leather trousers. Come on. Yeah, we'll have those, I guess. Right, well I am back to full HP in spite of having to use my tonic, so it's not a great situation, but I guess I could be a little more thorough with like searching rooms, and I may find another one. That tends to happen really rarely for me, but there's a checkpoint here, so we can always go back to level 2 and have a look round for some other equipment and stuff. And also the next character I do in story mode, I will do the death maze in level 1, because that's quite fun to show off once in a while. Nonetheless, I am going to end this episode right here. Thank you very much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the random off-topic rambling. I'm in a strange mood. I only just woke up. If you did enjoy this video, though, do consider pressing like. That's the best way to show your appreciation. Keep letting me know what you think. I do appreciate all your comments and stuff. It's very helpful, especially in this game, which I suck at. Yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!